Good morning, Rich Togs. Good morning, girlies. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing really well on this, I can't even say well. I have had my morning coffee on this beautiful morning. It's gorgeous out there. I'm looking forward to walking my furballs this morning. So I hope you're all doing well. We're here to talk about brands and how important brand is, a strong brand presence. Hey Danielle, to grow your business. So these are my top 6 tips to have a really strong, on point brand presence to help grow our business. So tip number 1 is all about you. Who are you and what is your story? So our clients, our ideal clients, don't just want to know what we do and the product and the service that we offer. It's really important for our potential clients, our ideal clients, to know, like and trust us, and that's what clients need before going ahead and booking us or buying our product or service. So it's really important that we get out there and we portray who we are, our personality, and the story of who we are and why we do what we do, what makes our soul sing, what gives us, what lights us up. So getting your personality out there and really enabling your clients, your potential clients, to get to know you will then get to like you and get to trust you and go on to book you. And getting you and your story out there will really help grow your business. You'll become recognisable, you'll become the expert in your field, you'll be the go-to person. So getting you and your story out there, morning Jill, hey Paula, is my tip number 1. So things like, have you got a photograph of yourself on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your website? Do you have lots of information about who you are, and not only what you deliver and the product you sell, but what you're about, what your likes are, what your loves are, why you do what you do? Are you getting yourself out there doing lives? Yeah, it's a bit fearful, it's a bit nerve-wracking when you're doing a live, but get yourself out there, show your personality to your ideal clients. You know, you can trip over your words, you can be a bit nervous, but people will warm to you. They will see and get to know you, and they'll really warm to you. Are you doing Instagram stories? Are you doing videos for YouTube? Videos for Instagram TV? Really getting yourself out there and showing what you're about, showing who you are, is so important. So that's tip number 1, getting you, your pictures, your videos and your story out there so your clients get to know, like and trust you. Tip number 2 is being consistent in your presence. So when I say consistent, this goes back, we've talked about planning in past weeks. So this goes back to planning a consistent presence on all of your social media and your blog and your YouTube and your website. Really being consistent, so posting regularly, posting the same time. So if you're going to be doing lives every week, do them the same time every week, the same day, the same time. If you're going to be doing your blog, do your blog the same time every week. Really be consistent so people know when to expect you, when you're going to show up, and they know that that's you and that's what you're doing, and you're consistent in your presence online. So that's tip number 2, being consistent in your presence. Tip number 3 is being consistent in your look. I've got my notes here, guys, so we don't forget anything. Consistent in your look. So this is tip number 3. So when you think about your brand, you've got hopefully a logo, you've got a set of brand colours, a look to your brand, a feel to your brand, maybe you've got a brand font. So everything in your brand visuals, in your visuals on social media, on your website, should all have a consistent look, people should be able to see not only an image that is instantly recognizable as yours and your style, but all of your graphics and anything you put out there should be instantly recognizable and have the same look and consistency in that look. So having that consistency in the look and feel of what you put out there is really, really important. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is do everything with your ideal client in mind. So if you're going to do a live, if you're writing a blog post, if you're doing an Instagram post, a story or something for Instagram TV, always have your ideal client in mind. Hopefully you've scripted out at the beginning of your business who is your ideal client, who they are, what they like, what they love, what they need, what their struggles are. So if you keep that in your mind at every point of presenting yourself online, presenting you and your brand online, answer that client's pain points, attract that client. You know who she is, you know what she likes, what she loves. So really have everything in your mind targeted towards your ideal client, and that in itself will grow your brand and you will become the go-to person. So if you're writing, do you find blogs work, Jill? I think it's everything together, Dan. It's that consistency. So if you, and it's about repurposing information as well. So I've just done a live on mums to be, pregnant women keeping cool in the summer. So my top tips. And I've already had a couple of inquiries from that live, people wanting to go ahead and book. So, you know, getting yourself out there does work. But with regards to repurposing the content, so I've written that content and done a Facebook Live. So I'm now going to use that content on my Instagram story, on my Instagram TV, on YouTube. I'm going to turn it into a blog. So it's one piece of work, but then cover it everywhere. Maybe retweak it a little bit here and there. So I think it's not just blogs on their own, Dan. It's just having that coverage and that consistency and getting yourself out there. So yeah, sorry, I digressed there, Dan, but I hope that answers that question. So yeah, do everything with your ideal client in mind. So like I just did that live, my ideal client is a pregnant woman because I want to book her newborn and I want her while she's pregnant. So I've produced content that is attractive to pregnant women. So doing everything with your ideal client in mind really gets you out there and produces the attraction to your brand, you and your brand. So that was tip number 4. Tip number 5 is add value. So very similar, add value. Don't just showcase what you deliver. So your products, for instance, for me, I try not to just show pictures of newborn babies all the time. Obviously, that's what I do and that's what I deliver, but I want to be able to add value. So back to doing that live, I'm now going to do a YouTube video for next week on hospital bag items. So adding value to that ideal client, keeping them at the top of my mind and creating content that is valuable to them. So again, they're attracted to me and my brand because I am the expert. I'm coming across as an expert in that field. And I've got tons of knowledge. You guys have got tons of knowledge about babies, about pregnant women, about toddlers, children, whatever your genre is. You've got tons of knowledge in that area. Hey Bev, if you're a wedding photographer like Bev, I mean Bev could be a wedding planner. She's been photographing weddings for years. So the knowledge that she has in that genre, she could create so much content. You wedding photographers could create so much content that is attractive to your ideal client who is a bride. She might be struggling to think of ideas for theming her wedding. She might be struggling to think of ideas to plan her wedding. So you've got all of that knowledge in your mind. Just share that value, share that content and attract your ideal client to you by adding that value to them. So that's tip number 5, adding value. Loves to you, Bev, too. And then tip number 6 is my last tip. And this is having a team of experts around you and delegating. Now, I'm a nightmare at delegating. I don't like giving things up. I like to do everything myself, but we can't. We're only one person. And growing us and our brand presence online is so, so important. So I think we have to operate within our zone of genius, which is obviously our photography, but also getting ourselves out there. So I also say, surround yourself with a team of experts in the areas that aren't your zone of genius. So for instance, I've actually got my mentor now, so she's helping me come up with business strategies to grow my business. That's her expert, that's her zone of genius. I've also just got my gorgeous social media strategist, so she is helping me, that's her area of genius. She is helping me grow my online presence. And then even things like have an accountant, a bookkeeper, a cleaner to free up your time to work in your business, because that is where your time is more valuable, working in your business to grow your brand and have a strong brand to attract your clients and grow your business. So have that team of experts around you that have got your back. So they're my 6 tips, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you've got any other questions at all on growing a brand, growing your strong brand in your business to really grow yourself to the next level, put your comments below and I'll be answering questions today on branding. I'll speak to you soon, guys. Loads of love. Have a really good day. Bye.